Peace and love, beautiful people, and welcome back to Yoga with Luisana. I'm super excited to lead you through this very quick practice today. So we're going to be doing our sun salutation A variation sequence. We of course will warm up to that, but this is perfect to do right in the morning before you get your day started. So we're going to go ahead and get straight into it so you can get your day started. But before we do get this video started, don't forget to like and subscribe. Like and subscribe button are right below, and share with your family and friends. Let's go ahead and get into it. So let's come into a nice comfortable seat here to begin. I'm going to recommend a nice cross-leg position here. And then straight away, let's go ahead and close the eyes down, bring hands to heart center. And let's take just a little moment here to arrive in this space. I'm going to recommend here that you take a really deep belly breath in through the nose and clear it out the mouth. Now, taking a moment here to acknowledge that you have showed up already. You're here. So can you allow yourself to give thanks to the body for arriving in this space? Also here as well, can you take time to connect to an intention for this practice and start to draw it to your heart space? And whatever this intention may be, this little motivation, your purpose, can you allow it to lead you through our practice today? And then wherever you are here, let's go ahead and take a collective breath in to seal that intention in. And that breath out the body. Let's go ahead and flutter the eyes open here. Let's go ahead and shift forward to hands and knees, coming into our tabletop posture. Let's go ahead and bring palms beneath the shoulders, knees beneath the hips. I'm going to recommend we start to incorporate a few little rounds here of our cat and cow, just to start to wake up our spine. So this is really nice to get the back body really nice and warmed here for our sun salutation A's. To allow yourself here to breathe and move for the next about 8 more cycles of breath into these cats and cows. So just noticing here as well, I do like to recommend to either keep the eyes closed down or soften the gaze. And you can move as fast or as slow as you need here. Just whatever you need to really send love into that back body. About 4 more cycles of cat and cows here. Two more cycles here. And then noticing once you finish your last round of breath, we're going to go ahead and draw the spine back to center slowly here. We'll tuck the toes under and we'll start to send the hips up and back into this first down dog. It is our first down dog of practice, so I'm going to recommend you take a little pedal of the heels here. Really get into the back of the hamstrings. Maybe a little fluttering of the lips or a few deep cycles of breath, whatever you need to settle in. And if this is early in the morning, you might hear little snaps and cracks. I'm hearing little snaps and cracks in my ankles. Totally normal. So allow yourself just to settle into the space. And then once you feel nice and set here, we'll go ahead and send the hips high. Let's take a collective breath in through the nose and clearing it out the body. Let's take a little peek to the top of our mat. You can look, step, or even walk or hop, coming into your first forward fold. From here, inhale to your half lift, create that nice flat back. On your exhale, release into your forward fold. From here, we'll go ahead and root to rise up. Palms will press overhead. Take a little baby back bend. Just lift up out of your heart space. And on the exhale, hands to heart center. Release your arms by your side for Tadasana pose. Now we're going to go ahead and move into just one round of a traditional sun salutation A here. Inhaling to reach those arms up. Bring palms to press. Take a full little back bend. On the exhale, let's release into our forward fold. Inhaling, half lift. Exhaling to plant both palms down, step, or you can hop back to plank with bent elbows. I'm going to make my way into a modified flow here. So let's tap the knees directly down, untuck the back toes, chin and chest to the mat. Inhaling to peel the heart open for your baby cobra. Just lift up out of the heart space. And on the exhale, release your chest back down, press back through hands and knees. And let's send the hips straight back up into down dog. Let's go ahead and take a collective breath in through the nose. And clearing it out the body. Let's take a little peek to the top of our mat. Look, step, or walk or hop into your forward fold. Inhaling, half lifts. Exhale to release into your forward fold. Inhaling to rise up. Palms will press overhead. Take your baby back bend here. And on the exhale, hands to heart center. Release your arms by your side for Tadasana pose. Now from here, let's go ahead and raise the arms back up and overhead. Let's grab onto this left wrist and let's take a little seated or standing side body stretch over to our right here. So noticing here as you're rooting down the soles of the feet here, we're sending a lot of love to our left side body. I'm going to recommend you continue to lift your heart space up. Maybe with the exhale, can you take your side bend over a little bit deeper here? Just one more cycle of breath in the side body. And then let's draw body back to center here. Grab onto this right wrist and let's take our standing side body stretch over to our left. So again, noticing here, really rooting down those soles of the feet here. Stay really proud in your chest and the heart space. Maybe with the next exhale, can you take the side bend over a little bit deeper here? And then use your next breath in to draw your body back to center here. We're just gonna go ahead and bring palms to press overhead and we'll let this go into a forward fold. Inhaling half lift, nice flat back. On the exhale, we'll plant both palms down, step or hop back to your plank pose. And then from here, I'm going to recommend you start to invite chaturanga in. If this is in your practice, lowering halfway down. Inhale, we'll go ahead and press up, upward facing dog. And with the exhale, we'll go ahead and press back into down dog. Beautiful work here, y'all. So we're going to go ahead and take a really deep collective breath in through the nose and clearing it out the mouth. Now let's take a little variation here of our sun A. Let's raise the right leg up and high. And we're stepping it through into low lunge. Let's go ahead and release this left knee. Untuck the back toe and we'll lengthen the arms high into Anjaneyasana. I'm going to recommend you interlace these 3 fingers. Keep your index finger pointing up towards the sky. Doesn't have to be the most expressive back bend here, but just lift up out of the heart space. Stay really proud in the heart center. Send a lot of love to the upper left quad. We're going to hold here for just one more cycle. And then can you use your next exhale to plant both palms down here? Tuck your back toe under and we'll float forward into a forward fold. So left foot to meet the right. Inhaling half lift. Exhale to release for forward fold. Inhaling to root to rise up. Palms will press overhead. Take your baby back bend. And then straight away, let's go ahead and let this go into a forward fold. Inhaling half lift. Exhaling to plant both palms down, step or hop back to plank pose. Optional, vinyasa flow, just optional. And we're meeting back into down dog. Whew, nice work here, y'all. So we're gonna go ahead and take a really deep breath in through the nose and clearing it out the body. Straight into the other side we go, y'all. Let's go ahead and lengthen this left leg up and high. And we're stepping it through for low lunge. Anjaneyasana, release this right knee, untuck the back toe, and we'll lengthen those arms high. So again, just noticing as you're settling to this hip space, I'm going to recommend to interlace these 3 fingers. Index fingers are pointing up towards the sky. And let's take a baby back bend here. Again, doesn't have to be the most expressive back bend, but just lift it out of the heart space. Send a lot of love to this upper right quad. Just one more cycle of breath here. And then use your next breath out to plant both palms down. Tuck your back toe under for low lunge. And then we'll step forward into our forward fold. Inhaling half lift, nice flat back. Exhale to release for forward fold. Inhaling to root to rise up. Palms will press overhead. Take your baby back bend. On the exhale, hands to heart center. Release your arms by your side for your Tadasana pose. So from here, y'all, we're going to take that same little sequence, same little flow, one more time. This time we're going to link a breath to a movement. So moving into it a little bit more quickly this next time around. So let's go ahead and raise the arms up and overhead. Take your back bend, rise and shine. On the exhale, we'll let this go into forward fold. Inhaling half lift. Exhaling to plant both palms down. Step or hop back to plank pose. Optional. Vinyasa flow. Rinse it away. And we're meeting back into down dog. Whew. Let's raise this right leg up and high. Stepping it through, low lunge. Anjaneyasana, release your left knee and lengthen those arms high. Interlace those fingers, we'll take our baby back bend, stay for the breath in. Exhaling to plant both palms down and we'll step forward into forward fold. Inhaling half lift. Exhale to release for forward fold. Inhaling to root to rise up, rise and shine. Y'all take your back bend. Exhale, we'll let this go into forward fold. Inhaling half lift. Exhaling to plant both palms down. Step or hop back to your plank pose. Optional. Vinyasa flow, always just optional, y'all. Listen to your body. Meet back into down dog and take a moment to breathe, y'all. So wherever you are here, let's take the collective breath in through the nose and clearing it out the mouth. Ooh. Into the other side we go. So let's go ahead and raise this left leg up and high. And we're stepping it through into low lunge. Anjanyasana, release the right knee, lengthen those arms high, interlace those fingers, and we're breathing into our back bend, y'all. We'll hold here for the belly breath in. On the exhale, plant those palms down, step forward, forward fold. Inhaling, half lift. Exhale to release for forward fold. Inhaling to root to rise up. Rise and shine, y'all. Take your back bend. Exhale, we'll let this go in the pass. Into forward fold. Inhaling, half lift. Exhaling to plant both palms down. Step or hop back to plank pose. Optional vinyasa flow, y'all. Let it go. With grace, love, and care, we'll meet back into down dog and a moment to reset. So as you're making your way back into this foundation, let's take that collective breath in through the nose and clearing it out the mouth. So very gently, y'all. Let's take a little peek to the top of our mat. Look, step, or walk, or hop into your forward fold. Inhaling, half lift. Exhale to release for forward fold. Inhaling to root to rise up. Rise and shine. Take your little back bend. Exhale, hands to heart center. Release your arms by your side for Tadasana pose. Take a moment, y'all. I'm going to recommend you close the eyes down here. Bring one palm to your heart, one palm to your belly. And can you acknowledge your heart beating here? Come back to this present moment with yourself. We've done a lot of work already, y'all. So we're going to take this moment to start to cool ourselves down, piece by piece. So you're using your next breath in once you're ready. Let's go ahead and lengthen those arms up and overhead. Take a little back bend. Exhale and let this go into forward fold. Inhaling, half lift, nice flat back. Exhaling to plant both palms down. Final vinyasa flow if it's needed. And we'll meet back into down dog. Beautiful, y'all. So from here, release the knees down. A brief child's pose. So once you sit the hips onto the heels, I'm going to recommend you bring your prayer palms up and overhead. Up over the head here. Rest the forehead down. Take a moment to reconnect back to the earth. Allowing the earth to hold and support you here. And can you take a little reflection of what has happened so far? Acknowledging what has happened, but can you also let it go with grace? With love, let it go in the past. Let's go ahead and take one last really deep belly breath in. And clearing it out the body. I'll start to make our way to sit onto our heels into our hero's posture. And then from here, I'm going to recommend you shift over to whichever side is your favorite here. I'm going to make our way into this little Baddha Konasana leg here. So you want to draw the soles of the feet to touch. You want to draw the knees to the outer edges of your mat. I'm going to give two options. So a more traditional way to come into this posture, into a fold, is just to grab onto your feet and just fold over the legs this way. I'm going to recommend if you want to come into this a little bit deeper, we're going to draw the arms beneath our legs here. So kind of like a little pretzel shape. You want to grab onto your feet and it's going to assist you to fold over just a little bit deeper here. Once you find your way comfortable here, just let the head go and take this time to really breathe into your back body. Breathe into the inner hip creases. We're going to hold here for a count of 5. Breathing here for a count of 4, for 3, for 2, and then for 1. Slow and steady. Let's draw our spine back up to center slowly. Unravel the arms from beneath the legs. Let's lengthen our legs forward here. And let's go ahead and give our legs a little shake out here. So just let that go. They've done a lot of work already. So we're going to go start to make our way to lie onto our back, hips towards the heels here. Arms alongside us. And like you love this body, y'all, let's take ourselves down with a lot of care, a lot of ease. And then once your back body meets the earth, just one little bridge pose here to reset the spine. So let's go ahead and tickle the fingertips to the back of your heels here. And then pressing out the soles of the feet, let's lift the hips up to the sky. And so we're going to breathe here for a count of 3 breaths. If you want to interlace the fingers beneath the hips here, you can to draw the hips up a little bit higher. We'll breathe here for a count of 3. Hold it here for that count of 2. And then for that count of 1, listening carefully, let's go ahead and lift up high onto our tippy toes. Lift those heels up. Release your clasp if you have it. And then one little vertebra at a time. Can you start to release the upper body down? A bit, little vertebra at a time, slowly and steady. Once the lower back meets the earth, release the heels down and take a little sway of the knees from side to side just to release the lower back and the spine. Nice, y'all. And then noticing as you're rocking the knees from side to side, let's go ahead and just rock our knees over to the right. This time we'll stack one knee over the other. And let's expand our arms open into our spinal twists. So I'm going to recommend here, it doesn't matter how you have the arms, you can expand them open if you have the space. You can also cactus the arms too if that feels better. I'm going to take the next just 2 more cycles of breath here to do nothing other than just to breathe into your twist here. Just 1 more cycle. And then we'll go ahead and start to draw both knees back to center here. Give yourself a little rock from side to side to reset those legs. And let's make our way into our spinal twists over to our left. So we'll stack one knee over the other here. And again, taking whatever variation you need with those arms. That feels okay. And nothing else to do here, y'all, but just to breathe into this gentle twist. About 2 more cycles of breath here. One more cycle. And then using your next inhale, let's draw both knees back to center. Give yourself a little squeeze here, a little thank you for showing up. And we'll make our way into our final rest. So very well deserved. Allow your legs to fall out heavy. Starting to bring your palms to face up. Maybe you close the eyes down or soften the gaze. And wherever you are in this space, y'all, can you take a deep belly breath in, fill up the belly with love. And that exhale to relax. That's a very short and sweet practice, but can you take this time and space for the next minute, just for the next minute, to allow yourself to receive all of the benefits of your practice? And then very gently here, we're going to start to draw some awareness back into the body here by moving the fingertips and the toes. Maybe even starting to stretch your arms straight back behind you, just reawakening here. Maybe there's also a very gentle rock of the head from side to side. And then we'll go ahead and start to place one palm to heart, one palm to belly. And can you allow yourself to truly give thanks to this body, y'all, for supporting you along that journey? And you're more than welcome to stay here as long as you would like. Otherwise, you're starting to shift over to whichever side is your favorite into your fetal position. And then with the eyes closed or the gaze sought, just come up into your comfortable seat here. And just starting to draw both of our palms to our heart center. Starting to bow the chin to the chest. And just thanking ourselves for our practice. Giving thanks to those who have showed up today. and those that we love outside of the space too. Giving thanks to the earth, to nature, but most importantly, to life. Namaste. Thank you all so much for tuning in to the super quick flow. I hope that this will allow you to get your day started on the right note. And I hope you stay tuned in for more. Thank you for tuning in, y'all. Have a good day. Peace and love. Bye.